July 20th, 2017, 1:13 a.m. I sent out a tweet to MeepCity creator Alex Neutron with a picture of a weirdo in his game's parties, and he sarcastically responded telling me to report them. I wanted Alex Neutron to realize what was happening in his game so he could prevent online dating from flourishing in MeepCity. Little did I or anyone else know that 7 years later, we'd still be talking about MeepCity's problems, which have grown more dangerous than ever before. We're back talking about MeepCity again because I've got an incredibly unfortunate update to share with y'all regarding the devs and the game's safety. Recently, we've gone over MeepCity's new bio update, which has been the source of extreme online dating, degeneracy, and info sharing problems. If you aren't aware, these bios allow players to write a little description of themselves that's way longer than the former roleplay names. Sadly, they're often used to give out not just relationship status and dating preferences, but also social media accounts, age, and even location. The abusive bios, which has been around since at least September, has shockingly made MeepCity potentially more dangerous than parties did. Since they can't be reported to anybody and MeepCity staff seemingly aren't moderating them, they've become a very common and widespread safety risk. Anybody can join the game and immediately be met with players sharing private info and social media accounts in their bios. Here are a couple clips to show you how easy it is to find ones that severely violate the Roblox TOS. Alright, so let's head into MeepCity. I'm just going to go into the biggest server. We will go into a random one after this. But let's see how long it will take for me to find one of these disgusting bios, whether it be one that breaks Roblox's terms of service via info sharing, or it's got some sort of hidden meaning. Oh my god. The first one. I'm going to assume that's the Instagram account 5-star. I'll have it blocked out. Oh god, that's not a good term. Alright, that took just a few seconds. Now let's go into a random server and see how bad it's going to be this time. Oh my goodness. So keep in mind, any kid can just stumble upon this. First one's not that bad, thankfully. Let's see. I'm not even gonna move. Oh god. Oh god. There's another one, a 15-year-old. This bio feature is harmless on its own, but years of MeepCity housing degens and online daters has led to it becoming that much of a safety risk. This is obviously an extreme situation Roblox needs to respond to, but they're unreliable, and unfortunately haven't done anything. So what I've done is reached out publicly to the staff and admins of the MeepCity group and privately to 2 asking for them to do something. There were only 2 staff and 4 admins plus Alex Neutron, so I didn't have many MeepCity workers to try and solve these safety issues with. Unfortunately, all but 1 seemed to be completely inactive on Twitter and social media as a whole, so my options were very limited. I sent out tweets to all staff except for eJob, who I don't think currently has Twitter, and I also sent one to former builder Holiday Poner. So far, I've been able to only get 2 responses, although one isn't really even a response and more like a reaction. MeepCity's former main builder and Bloxy Award winner Holiday Poner gave me the only real response, and it's pretty telling of how bad things are right now. He unfortunately revealed that he has no contact with the current team, which I was hoping for so I'd have a better chance at speaking to any of them. He also agreed that MeepCity's current safety issues should not be tolerated on the platform, and recommended that I report the game. That's right, Holiday Poner, who got nominated and won a Bloxy Award for his contributions to MeepCity, thinks the game he helped create should be reported. If you still doubt how bad MeepCity is, the former main builder who won awards for his work, telling you to report it should make you realize how awful things are. I'm very happy he responded, and I hope maybe we can get more insight on what happened behind the scenes with MeepCity moderation from him. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to provide any immediate or short-term solutions or contact with MeepCity staff, so I had to place my hopes on the others I tweeted to. I was able to get a single reaction out of a current MeepCity worker, and it's sadly the exact opposite of what I was hoping for. Celestephone is currently ranked as staff in the official MeepCity group, as he's the person who made most or maybe all of MeepCity's music. I tagged Celestephone in the same tweet I sent to Holiday Poner, and he saw it and reacted to it by untagging himself from it without saying anything. The only current MeepCity staff member I'm aware is active on social media chose to remove himself from a conversation about MeepCity's safety. It's actually not the only time he untagged himself from a discussion about this either, as he untagged himself from a tweet from a MeepCity fan. I was able to DM him too, but I've not gotten a response, and I'm not really sure he wants to considering his reactions to public tweets. Celestephone may have been our best chance at seeing actual strict action done to prevent these serious safety issues. Instead, he seems uninterested in player safety as he's removing himself from conversations concerning MeepCity's major problems. If he somehow can't do anything or doesn't have contact with anyone, then he should just say that and tell us how instead of running away. If something is being done, even though it's clearly nowhere near enough, and that's why he's not responding, then he should just say that too. I don't know if we can get anything from him though, even with his current position as MeepCity staff and likely having contact with other MeepCity personnel. All I want from any of these people is a conversation so we can get something effective done, but the one guy I can talk to doesn't want to talk. The future of MeepCity and its players' safety are looking really grim right now, and seemingly all staff being unreachable or uninterested isn't helping. Parties were a hive full of online daters and degenerates that exposed thousands of young children to sexual content. They might have made MeepCity the most psychologically harmful video game of all time due to how many kids got exposed to disgusting content through them. Parties were psychologically harmful and improperly moderated for far too long until Roblox shut down the game in 2022. Now, 2 years later, we've got this BIOS feature. A simple feature that's being abused so badly that it's putting players' safety at risk, and it seems nobody is moderating it. Parties were psychologically damaging, disgusting, and at times dangerous, but what we're seeing with BIOS could possibly be worse. This feature sees players, a lot of whom are minors, commonly giving out their age, relationship statuses and preferences, social media accounts, and even location. What we're commonly seeing here is a more dangerous safety and security risk than parties were. We don't know what these people who are sharing their social media accounts are doing on those platforms that have no filters and allow picture sending. They could be doing all kinds of horrible and possibly even illegal things that endanger minors, as they're often the ones giving out their accounts. We don't know what kind of people may be lurking in MeepCity, searching for these kids so they can target them on their Instagrams or Snapchats. It's a terribly frightening thing to think about, especially when you see some of the weirdos who frequent the game. I honestly think this simple bio feature poses a bigger safety and security risk than parties due to the constant off-platform account sharing. The problem isn't the feature, because these roleplay bios exist in many games. It's MeepCity's community and the lack of action to keep the game safe. 7 years of online dating, degeneracy, info sharing, and extremely ineffective moderation against all of that has led to this simple feature turning into a safety risk. MeepCity's community was indirectly allowed to become so dangerous that it can't handle social features through a lack of effort to moderate the game. We haven't even mentioned everybody seeking out condo activity, which is also extremely commonly found in bios. The disgusting activity we saw in parties continues on with these bios where people advertise adult behavior, and who knows where those ads lead. We have disgusting levels of degeneracy next to kids giving out their social media accounts, and it's seemingly all going unmoderated. In 2017, it was clear that MeepCity was not properly cared for, and 7 years later, we're sadly still talking about how not enough is being done to protect its players. The few MeepCity staff that we know of appear to all be unreachable except for one who seems uninterested in helping. Roblox moderation is as unreliable as ever, as they've not taken down a game that clearly violates their terms of use. MeepCity may be totally hopeless unless Roblox does the right thing and shuts it down and forces changes to be made. Either that, or someone with contact with Alex Neutron or anyone who can make a change pressures them into taking strict action ASAP. MeepCity bios are posing a serious safety risk that could get players, MeepCity staff, and Roblox in serious trouble if this isn't taken care of now. If you have contact with the game's staff or anyone at Roblox who can do something, I urge you to message them so Roblox can be made safer.